Hello everyone, Bess McCarty here, Victoria, Kansas. Welcome to the Ask Bess Show, here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. This is a place where you can ask questions about anything, job, career, relationships, communication, health, weight loss, spiritual fulfillment, health, wealth, love. So what people do is they come on here, they can private message me a question which I'll address here on the show, or they can ask a question during the show in the comments below. At any rate, glad you're here. If you're watching the replay, please type in replay because I'd like to thank you for that. And welcome, Sean. How are you? Wow. Awesome. Follow Sean White, you guys. He's an incredible, inspiring person, especially at this time. Welcome, Shamala. You guys are front row people. Follow these guys. Follow the people on here, some of the best people that I know anywhere. So welcome today. The topic is how to come out of this stronger. And I am referring to the pandemic, but you could apply it to anything in life, right? And welcome, Crystal. How are you? My neighbor. And Sean is quickly tagging friends. Sean is an incredible sharer. He has brought a lot of friends he's helped a lot of people with personal growth himself and by connecting here on the show too. So I'm very glad to be with you each. My message to you is, I know you're going through things. You matter. I hear you. You don't have to do this alone. There's a solution to every problem, and you're bigger than any problem that is put before you. And the solution is always within reach. This is my experience and my personal experience with life. And I help. I have a 4-step real conversation self-help, self-coach method, which I'll share with you in a little bit. So these are some free tools. This is my way of giving back and helping people, especially at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and invite some people in, and if you know people that can benefit from this, can use a little moment of inspiration, especially at this time. How do you come out stronger from a tragedy? How do you turn lemons into lemonade? How do you use this to actually get stronger? That's what we're going to be talking about today as I'm inviting people here. Actually, I saw this cartoon says 2 ways to come out of a pandemic. You know, one was a fit, really muscular, good-looking guy, and one was a very fat guy, with long hair, probably because he couldn't get a haircut, and eating and holding a bottle of beer, I think. And so 2 ways to come out of this pandemic. It's our choice. What are we going to choose? Who am I? Bess McCarty, holistic health practitioner, body-mind therapist for 37 years. They also call me the shrink of MLM because I have specialized in coaching network marketers, and especially at this time to help people make income from home. Something everybody needs. So this is the time when we can step up and help people for the best solution that I know. I also do private coaching. I am some of my background, Reiki master, neuromuscular therapist, minister, mother, grandmother, published author, previous network marketer. I think I've covered, inner child therapist. These are the ways that I love helping people, both with private coaching and in group classes, and offering some free programs right now, which I'll share in a little bit, and then tag people. So if you know anyone who could use this, I'd love if you tag them like Sean did, or share in Facebook groups about personal growth. That's where this would be really good, or any groups about the pandemic going on. Because I'm going to be talking about how to come out of this stronger. Okay, that's enough inviting people. I'm going to get back with everybody here. And a lot of people have come on. Welcome, Marty. How are you? Good to see you. And welcome, Holly. Glad to see you. Sean keeps tagging people. Thank you so much, Sean. You're an incredible teacher yourself and an incredible sharer. And hello, David Roeder. David and Sean and Shamala are star students in our School for Network Marketers, the MLM Millionaire Academy. And welcome, Pierre. So good to see everybody. Wow, this is so fun. We can have a party, even if we're in isolation. Thank you, Facebook. So, topic today, how can we come out of this stronger? just talking with a good friend, Tara Gardner. I think she might come on here. If she does, she's another good person to follow. We were talking about this pandemic, and she was mentioning that a friend mentioned that everything is still now. The world is on pause. The streets are quiet. The energy's quiet because people are staying, tucked in at home, hopefully happily. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But she said this is a time that's a great equalizer. And I thought that's true. A virus or an illness does not discriminate against the rich or the poor or the famous or the infamous. It is the great equalizer. And the other day, Jeffrey David Gamble and I did a workshop training for several hundred people in Nigeria, and I was realizing, hey, we are really one. You guys are facing the same challenges in your life that we are now in the U.S., and it's not just in the U.S., it's all over the whole world. So this is something we all have in common. It's bonding us and helping us to understand, yeah, I know how you feel, right? I'm going through this too. And we're all asked to isolate. We're all asked a lot of times to wear masks or be very careful to keep social distancing or to stay home. We're all asked to do this all over the world right now. So it isn't just my city, my state, my country, but it's the whole world. We are in this together. And guess what? Things move virally all over the world, not only the virus, but also solutions to the virus and also love. And so I see how we're so very, very connected. The virus has shown us that and how quickly it spread all over the world in months, or maybe sooner, less time than that. But also love and news is spreading all over the world, and also the economy, how this is going to affect the economy and the fallout from all of this. It affects the whole world too. We're all in it like a big family. We are not separate. And I have separated myself in the past, saying, oh, I'm so different than most people, but it's a family of man, isn't it? So one thing is that we're all united. This is a great equalizer. It's bonding us, and we're all going through this right now. But how to come out stronger? And welcome, Shalomit and Stefania. How are you? My goodness. I knew you back in Austin. I don't know if you remember me from being back there in Austin and the networking groups that we were in. So glad to have you here. So how do we come out stronger from all this? I've decided that I could waste this time and watch Netflix or follow the news too much or worry about it too much. I could waste this time, or I could come out better for it, because I think that every problem really contains a lesson, contains an opportunity to grow. That's the definition of a challenge or problem. Life is way too efficient to give us a challenge without a reason for it alongside with it. So what is the lesson for you? Is it for some people it's to read their personal growth books that they haven't had time or made time to do. For some people it's to connect with their families, which they think, oh, I just wish I had more family time, wish I wasn't caught up in this rat race of making a living, and all of a sudden they can. For me, more spiritual time, right? I don't have to really watch the clock, say, okay, I've just got 20 minutes before I have to get ready for the next thing, and always felt like I was always racing the clock. And now it's like, I almost forget what day it is or what time it is. I have enough time to do the spiritual time uninterrupted. And for me, it's a chance to catch up on the huge pile of stuff that was really weighing on me. This stuff for months and years. Some of the stuff had been on my list for years to get to. But I had a new granddaughter in San Diego. That was a priority. Went to see her, teaching the classes, helping people online. It was a priority. So I put that stuff on hold. But now it's like I'm still doing that. They help me. But now I have this time to catch up on this huge to-do list. And I realized the other day, hey, that list is keeping me from being bored right now, because I've got a purpose. This is all to help people, but I've got a purpose. And so this is how I want to come out of it. I want to come out of this a better person. I want to come out facing some things within myself, because when I do my spiritual growth work, stuff comes up. It gets me to look at myself. Or when I wake up in the morning, or I do my spiritual my quiet spiritual time, stuff comes to me like, okay, Bess, you say you want to help people. These are the things you've got to work on within yourself. You know, you've got to work on these human parts of you that you could do better. You could do better. So I've journaled this out and worked on this, and sometimes I call a coach too to help me process this through. And this is what people call me for too, to say, okay, I want to work on this issue or that, you know. And when you do call a coach or a counselor, you get through it quicker, easier, better, faster, farther than if you do it on your own. Yes, we can do it on our own, but when you have the support of a person trained to do this and has been through their own stuff and has done their own personal growth work, that's real important. Choose somebody who has done their own personal growth work, because no one can take you where they haven't gone before before you. So it's important, if you do pick someone to help you, to choose a qualified person. That means to me that they've done their work. So this is the time for me to take some steps forward, to look at myself, to better myself. And would like to welcome Yuchi. Good to see you. Yuchi was the person that organized the training for his network marketing training for his team in Nigeria on Tuesday. And he and NJ have such a incredible group of people that are sincere, committed, grateful, and I just know you guys are going to put this into action and help a lot of people to make an income from home right now. They need you. So that was a network marketing training that Jeffrey David Gamble and I did for Yuchi's Nigerian team. And welcome Larry Etheridge, also another member in the MLM Millionaire Academy, School for Network Marketers, generic school. And welcome Nancy. So I know right away Nancy sets her alarms for the show, or no, for the day of the week. So you know what right away, I set my alarms on my phone with the day, so you know what day it is. That's a good way. And welcome Amara, who is on that training, viewing from Nigeria right now. So glad to see you. And thank you guys for your friend requests. Really appreciate it. Like to see your results. Let me know, the Nigeria people and all network marketers, let me know the results that you're getting with the tools that we shared, because I'm anticipating really good things, and I want to hear back. And David says, good job, Yuchi. Yeah, he organized the training. By the way, David Gamble and I are co-teachers in the MLM Millionaire Academy Generic School for Network Marketers. And during this time, one way that we're giving is we're conducting free trainings for network marketers teams. Just private message me about that, and we can schedule one for you too. Be glad to help and share with you the comments we've been getting from people. So for me, coming out stronger means this is a time to grow my focus, to grow my patience, to grow my discipline, to clean up my to-do list. For some people, it's cleaning up their house. I hear that people are, getting rid of junk that's around their house, catching up on books. I already do my physical exercises, eat good food, keep the house looking nice for myself. Used to fix it up thinking, if someone drops over, it's going to look nice for them. Now I do it for me. Hey, it looks nice for me, and I feel good. Like that video about the advice, make your bed, right? The Navy SEAL guy said, I learned the discipline, make your bed, because one good task gives you a good feeling. It leads to another good task. I think I'll wash my dishes, and that leads to another task. I think I'm going to balance my checkbook or clean up my piles of paper here. And that leads to another good feeling. So how to feel good? Take one task, just start there and clean it up. Go for walks, exercise, strengthening, stretching, aerobic. Eat really good food. It seems like when I go through a time of crisis, I seem to be even more restrictive on eating my good food, because it matters. It's going to make me feel good or bad. So it really matters to me. Welcome, Craig, and welcome, Mihai. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. And if you're on and I don't see you here, please leave a note so that I know that you're on. And I appreciate the likes and loves, and also appreciate you sharing with people. By the way, if you would like a text reminder for this show, just private message me, and and I'll include you in the list of people that I notify before the show. So this, some people say they're feeling a lot of things at this time. They're feeling the anxiety because we don't know what's going to happen. We can't control it, and we don't know for how long. So a lot of people feel anxiety because of that. But some people feel calm because they have paused. They have stepped off the rat race. And even though all of the world could be in turmoil, or even getting sick, or even some people even dying, and many people fear for their income, what's this going to do to the financial impact on the world, after this, and how long will that last? Even though we might have anxiety about health and about wealth, and even about facing ourselves in isolation, there is another part of you that I'll call soul. And this is a part that is above and beyond all of this stuff, all of this mental news, all of the fears that might be going on right now. There's a part of you above the physical, emotional, mental self, a part of you, whatever you want to call that part. But that's the calm part, and that's the peaceful part, and that's the part that has this overview from the top. You might even have some insights about what this time, how this time could be seen as a gift to the world, or a gift to you. I'd love to hear below how this time is a gift to you, or how you're going to make it a gift to you. What advantages do you see in this time? And someone compared this almost to like a parent watching their children play a board game like Monopoly or something like that. And the parent has the overview to step back and observe the kids going through the emotions, playing the game. Oh no, oh yeah, I got the money, or I got the house, or oh no, I lost the house. And the parent might be the higher part of ourselves, stepping back and watching even ourselves or other people or the world or the news or the politicians or the governments going through all this stuff like children playing a board game, really getting involved in it, really getting passionate, really taking each step, feeling each step very deeply, whether they win or lose. But the parent can step back and observe all this, and observe his or her children going through all these experiences. That parent is calm. That parent knows that the children are learning something from playing this board game about themselves and other people, and about how life works. Hey, welcome, Patrice. How are you? Thank you for your photo. Going to answer your email. And Tara Gardner made it on. She says, hi. And Shamala says, Bess, growing up, my grandma always said to make your bed and your entire day would be positive and never leave dirty dishes in the sink. So there we go. Validated again. And I bet you do it, don't you? Because it feels good. And David Roeder, I'm walking with God, 1 foot in heaven, 1 foot on earth, doing God's will for me mostly. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Yeah, let's remember both of those. And Dave Thompson, welcome Dave, glad to see you. I'm doing a fast and planning on losing about 10 pounds and reading some new books. That sounds wonderful. Thank you for those. How you're doing. And Yuchi Rich says, this time of self-isolation has made me work harder on myself intellectually, gain more knowledge about my business as a networker, and still learning even more. And Patrice says, this is live. Yeah. You're live, Patrice. You can leave a comment. Oh, this is live. Thought it was a recording. So we can be that parent. If we ever get kind of lost in our, short-sighted in our mind and emotions, or fear or worry, we could become that parent. Just step back and take a view and say, hey, this is a game. This is a board game. This life is for learning. It's a classroom. It's a game for learning about service to life, I think. I can step back. And I have a, welcome, Brian. Glad to see you. I have a technique that helps me to step back and get that perspective again when I feel kind of funky or distracted or worried or anxious, or even if I don't know that I do. I like to step back and I like to sing the word Hugh. To me, Science has shown that the vowel U resonates with the heart, and so it opens my heart when I sing Hugh. And it's found in the word alleluia, which comes from Allahu. So this is a universal word that I found a number of years ago, and I love to sing it. I sometimes sing it out loud, or I sometimes sing it silently. But I'll show you what it sounds like in case it's a tool that you might like to try. And it goes, Hugh. Did you like that? It seems like I hear something after it's sung too. That means a lot to me. It always opens my heart. It resonates with my heart. Some people say they like it. And welcome, Dave Thompson. Thank you for being here, everybody. For those who use the word God, one way to come out stronger is keep turning our troubles over to God. Do our work, chop wood, carry water, do the work we need to do. But turn the troubles over to God. Do what we need to do. Do our best to come out stronger, but then turn the rest over to God. And it said this is like a child who takes a broken toy to God and say, crying, will you fix it? And God begins to fix it. And the child takes it back. No, you're too slow. You're doing it wrong. Let me do it. I want to do it. And we take back our own problems, thinking we can do a better job. So once I turn it over, I have to keep turning it over and not taking it back and chewing on it mentally and worrying about it, doing my best, doing what I can at this time to be safe physically and financially and to stay safe. But one technique is to say, am I okay right now? Am I okay? Am I okay right now? Because most of the things we worry about don't happen, do they? So one technique is, am I okay now? And how can I stay? Am I doing all that I can to stay okay, to stay healthy and financially responsible to the best of my ability? For some people, that's applying for unemployment. And I hear they're being overrun right now, so be patient, you guys, with their website or their phones, but keep trying. Keep trying. Do all that you can. Don't give up after a few calls if you can't get through. Keep trying. What else have you got to do right now, right? So do the best you can, and then turn the rest over to God. Let's try not to take our toy back. Or if we do, let's give it again, and give it again, and give it again. Because God will be there waiting. And welcome, Jim Bailey. Isn't it interesting that we are humans? Dave, do you know about the hue already? We are humans. And hue is said to be another word for God. So we are of God? I think so. And I love humor too. Humor. Yeah, that always uplifts me. So, Michelle, enjoy singing Hugh. It's a wonderful way to spend the day, calming. So there's a couple people on here that know about the Hugh already. That's the best thing in my life, you guys, is that spiritual connection. And the Hugh is the best thing for me in spiritual connection. So glad to share it. It's for everyone to sing if you feel good trying it out, and you might like it. So I'm seeing what else I had on my notes that I wanted to share today. Why does service make us feel better? Whenever I'm worried about me, I'm in fear, right? Whenever I'm worried, that's fear, and the attention's all on me. And so I figure, well, fear is selfish. And one way to jump out of fear into love or feeling good again is to give service. And I was thinking, why does service make me feel better? Getting on these shows and reaching out to you, giving in any way that I can right now. Why does fear make me feel better? It's because it takes the attention off me. Fear is self-centered, but when I'm giving and I'm useful, it feels better because that's why I loved having a pet, a dog. My dear dog left me a year ago, but he was 15 years old, and I missed him a lot. And I thought, Bess, what you really miss is the love that you gave him, because I got to be the recipient of that love too. I got to experience that love. So I thought, I can still practice that love. I can still give that to myself. I can still take good care of myself, and I can nourish and appreciate myself, just like I did my dog. And you know what? When I do that, it feels as good as when he was here. I realized the thing that I loved most was the love that I gave him, that I got to be a participant in that too. So we can do that at any time. And welcome, Kelly. Speaking of dogs, Kelly is a foster mom for dogs on their way to getting adopted. And sometimes you can find really cool stories and pictures that she posts about the dogs that she is, foster parenting. And a dear lady, and a wonderful heartfelt lady, and a successful network marketer. So you might want to follow Kelly too. And David Rhoda says, I put on my calendar's reminder, being uncomfortable is not walking with God. Being uncomfortable is not walking with God. How do you find, David, when you're uncomfortable, how do you get back to walking with God? I've learned to find comfort in my discomfort, which means it goes away then, right? But how do you get back? When you're uncomfortable, when you're not walking with God, David, how do you get back on track? We need tips right now. That's what this show's about. And David Thompson said, it's more blessed, makes you happy to give than receive. Yes. Yes. And guess what? I receive. When I give, I'm a recipient of it too. And Sandra is here as well. So glad to see you. Glad to see everybody. So I think that's, my thoughts for today. Thank you for sharing yours. And tomorrow I'll be back on again, because I'm here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time for the Ask Bess show. Tomorrow the topic is how to take care of yourself, and especially in these times. And guess what? I can offer you a free gift, my free Real Conversations tools. I'll post a link below, but if you can't wait for that link, it is at the Facebook event, Real Conversations class. And there you can find my free self-help tools. There is a chart that shows the 4 steps from problem to solution in 4 steps. But the heart of that chart, I'll tell you, is to uncover the need. What are you needing? If you're not feeling good today, if you're feeling depressed, discouraged, distracted, scared, fearful, anxious, angry even, you can say, what am I really needing underneath this? And figure out that need, and then meet that need in a good way. And it's a transformation. It happens to me all the time. I use this every day to figure out, what am I needing and how can I meet that need in a good way? And so I'll put that link for you to be able to use that tool. I put a chart and audio and email lessons to help you journal yourself through this and figure out what you're feeling and needing and how to meet that need and transform in minutes. It works in minutes. Real conversations with ourselves, I call it. And I'll put that link that you can find it at the Facebook event, Real Conversations class, because it was a class. So I'm putting those tools there. And the class now, I'm actually opening that up for free during this pandemic as a way to give. It's every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I have the dial-in number. I will put the dial-in number below for that class. It's for everyone to call in 9 p.m. Tuesday Eastern Time. It's a group class where you can just talk, be heard, be understood. If you want, you can we can coach you towards solutions, or you can just get on and listen to other people. You can come on anonymously. It's just phone. It's not recorded. So anybody can call in and feel comfortable with that. You can make up a name when you come in so we don't know who you are, or you can just listen in. So when you come on, I'll ask you, do you want to be listened to, or do you want solutions, or maybe both, to what you're going through? That's my offering, to be a listener and maybe even a helper to people during this pandemic. So that's on Tuesday nights. So you've got your free tools at that link. Come on Tuesday nights. I'll put the phone number below. And for people that like to work privately, private coaching, I'm available for that. And I'd like to offer you a complimentary first session. Just private message me and I'll send my phone number, so we can arrange that. Another thing that doing during this time is, as I mentioned, Jeffrey David Gamblin are conducting free trainings for network marketing teams. And we also put out a free webinar about how to stay positive and profitable during this time for network marketers. Now, if you're a network marketer, this is your open window to come out stronger at this time. You know that people are crying at home. We need to make an income from home. How can we make an income from home? Many of us are getting inundated with messages and calls saying, how do I make this network marketing thing work fast right now? I need to make an income right now. I always knew I wanted to grow it one day. It was my plan B, but I got so caught up in the rat race and paying the bills that I didn't get a chance to grow my network marketing business. But now I have the time and now I need to. How can I do this fast? So Jeffrey David Gamble and I created a free webinar that a lot of people attended, and we caught the recording for it. So I'll post that as well. It's how you can grow your network marketing business real fast at this time. And if you're not network marketing and you want to check it out, that would be good to hear too. You can find out at the Facebook event, How to Stay Positive and Profitable in Tough Times for MLM. So for people that need a solution, consider network marketing. Perhaps you haven't heard of it. This will help you to learn what it is. And network marketing is when you sell a product or service, and if you wish, you can train other people to do that too. So you can do that from home. It's uninterrupted. For my network marketing friends, and I used to be a full-time one for years, helped me raise my son as a single mom, but right now I'm a dedicated generic coach for network marketers. But for my network marketing friends, it's business as usual. And for hundreds of them, March was their best month ever. One of my friends, students, said, I'm feeling guilty because my friends are hurting right now. She said, but it's okay. This guilt is good motivation for me to share with them so that they can build a business too. It takes a little bit to build it. Could take weeks or months before you begin seeing a return, but it's an answer. Start now, you guys. Start now. So if you've never heard of network marketing, this webinar can help. If you have been using the products, some people say, now it's my time to consider being a distributor of these products. Now I need to make an income from home. I don't know a better answer for people to make an income from home right now than this. So fortunately, there is an answer, and fortunately, there are those of us who are helping, doing free trainings and classes to help people to get going fast and to motivate your team. Don't think that people can't afford it, because if they can't, that's when they share the products with other people and pay for their own products. Don't think that people can't afford the starter kit, because they can pre-sell. They can pre-sell the products and get their starter kit going that way and actually start their own business. It's not an expense, it's an investment. It's a way to make money at this time. The starter kit is. So can you afford not to do this? This is the time when there's an answer to making money from home using the internet or phone, because that's not on lockdown. You know, the internet and the phone is not on lockdown, and the delivery services are not. So people can still order their products or services and still have them delivered, even during this pandemic. Because one network marketer said, how could this be people's best month? There's a lockdown going on, you know. And it's like, no. You know, phone's not locked down, internet's not locked down, FedEx not locked down. So use the things that are open to you right now. Consider network marketing if you haven't before. Consider growing your business. Consider helping your team to have April be their best month ever. You can do this. Okay, David says his tips are call others, pray, meditate, ask God, what's your will for me? That's always my answer too. That's always my best direction. So I do my spiritual work every morning to align myself with God's will and ask, well, what is it for today that you want me to do? Who should I talk to first? What should I do first? For me, one way I'm coming out stronger is I'm redoing my website, which needed to be done for years. It needed to convey a current message that connects with people with what they need right now in the work that I do. I feel like it's my calling to work with people, to be a coach and counselor for over 30 years now. And this is my most fulfilling and heartfelt work. When I work with somebody, kind of a magic happens. It's bigger than both of us. It doesn't come from me, but comes through us. And this shift happens, this transformation happens. when they are coaching. And it's just miraculous to view, because it said a miracle is a change consciousness. So this is my favorite thing in the world to do. One person said, John Sweat said, this work with Bess is powerfully effective if you truly desire to get the root of the unseen drivers of the patterns running your life, or maybe wrecking your life. This is the most direct method I've come across. He says, in my own journey, I've used several other methods, and this is the one, he means the inner child and the real conversations method that I do. I've used other methods, and this is the one I recommend first to anyone willing to take responsibility for their own life and engage the inner work of self-understanding. So thank you, John, for being a model for that. And thank you all for embracing this time to be able to come out stronger. Thank you for facing yourself. Thank you for growing, blooming yourself to be a giver, to reach out to other people at this time, the beautiful things that we're seeing. Let me know how I can help, private message or leave a message below. Let's continue the conversations. Keep leaving tips below. Leave your thoughts. I want to hear how you are and what you need and how you're doing and what's working for you. David just shared his tips of how he shifts into this greater area of service. I love to keep hearing this. Whoever would like a text reminder before this show, please private message me, the best number that I can send that to. And I'm here every Saturday and Sunday, noon Eastern Time, Ask Bess show. Tomorrow topic, how to take care of yourself at this time. So thank you each for being here. I love you. Let's do this together. Let's all grow. Let's all use this time as fertilizer to grow, right? And welcome, Micah, and welcome, Barry Lynn, another lady who knows about Hue. I shared Hue on here today, Barry Lynn. It's an incredible tool. Thank you each for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll post links. Bye-bye.